to another episode Weeble Slice.
So, today, can we have a moment of silence for Akira Toriyama? So, yes, if you have been living on a rock, we, like everyone in the anime world, found out the passing of one of the the person who blazed the anime culture to what it is today.
Who pretty much brought it to the West, who started the culture that almost every kid grew up on watching. If you don't know what we're talking about, the creator of Dragon Ball Z.
So, if you haven't paid attention to our channel, we are, for a fact, are diehard Naruto fans. That's our GOAT anime show. But
you gotta respect where you came from. Like I always say, you gotta know where you came from to know where you're going. And everything came from.
So, we gonna do nothing but put our respects to one of the GOATs. And how we going to pay our respects is dedicate one of our episodes to him this week. So, this is how we going to play this particular episode. We're going to talk about how Dragon Ball played a crucial part to us growing up, because I'm pretty positive most people gateway into anime just like us who usually do Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Toonami on those Saturday mornings, and you watching all your cartoons and whatnot, and this happened to come on, and you know, I'll never forget then in Dragon Ball Z doing the Frieza saga.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
It took about 40 years, it felt like, for Goku to get to Planet Namek. And I'm like, dang, I can't wait another weekend. You know what I'm saying? I got to go and cut some grass and stuff. You know, I got housework to do. I said, I'm going to need Goku to hurry up.
So, for me, I felt like him to originally turn Super Saiyan felt like 3 months. I'm like, God dang. But we didn't know. We didn't know any better, you know, at the time. And then Dragon Ball was such a crucial point in our life, right? Taught us how to fight through adversity, teamwork.
You know, I was like, being strong-willed, the never give up attitude, I think is the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? If you work hard enough, you can achieve it.
Yes. And another thing, right? When we was younger, we was looking at the Super Saiyan 1, right? So we find this is the first time we got exposed to the internet for the first time, right? So what we decided to do is Super Saiyan 1 was such a big moment. We used to look on the internet like, okay, what's going to be Super Saiyan 2? What's going to Super Saiyan 3 going to look like? How's Super Saiyan 4 going to look like? Yeah. All the way up to like Super Saiyan potentially 20 that never showed up.
Not to mention the fusions and all the other stuff that was happening. Yeah, I think Dragon Ball definitely was a big deal. Even so far back as when Goku was a kid saying all those vulgar things to Bulma. I was like, man, this is pretty raunchy. Yeah, more Dragon Ball. So I think that it definitely has a memorable place in a lot of people's heart. Got them through some good times, some rough times. You had some laugh with your friends, and it pretty much gave you that conversation and something to converse and talk about.
Now that you talk about that, that's add on to that, right? At this time when Dragon Ball, because we talked about this in previous episodes, right? How anime was considered exercise to a degree. It was kind of like not something that was so popular what it is today, right? You was kind of
ostracized if you watched anime, and
you was kind of picked on to a degree, right?
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball was the gateway between, you know what I mean, with the Bloods and the Crips, and they shop hands together. That's the hood people who always want to be popular in school, and the geeks and the nerds over here. And Dragon Ball is the handshake. They
brought them together. They brought them together.
To this day, most people did not think Dragon Ball was actually an anime. They did not think that until you're like, oh yeah, this is actually this the show that actually brought a lot of casual people into anime.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But you guys let us know, what were your favorite or most memorable Dragon Ball Z comics? Put them down in the comments and let's talk about it.
It don't even have to be Dragon Ball Z. It can be either any of the main lines, right? Dragon Ball G, even though GT is not considered canon, but
yeah,
you can.
But people still liked it, so
I liked the GT personally.
Yeah, people still liked it. I remember playing some of the Dragon Ball video games, Budokai 1, 2, and 3. I had one. It was a 2D Dragon Ball game that I had played, and Master Roshi was on there. You could do some crazy combination, and he would get buff and do his Kamehameha. It was great.
So another thing when you talk about the video games, to this, I know a lot of people love Tenkaichi 3 the most out of like majority of the Dragon Ball video game series. But for me personally, I really love Budokai 3 the most.
I'm about to say Budokai 3 was that. If it had to be me, I would pick Budokai 3
over all
of them.
Like, so I liked the roster the most. I liked the Dragon Rush when you had to guess the people buttons.
Yeah, you have to guess their buttons. Like, I got you. Like,
so side note, right? One of my friends, he gonna watch this episode, right? So I used to be at his house, and he was kind of physically challenged when it comes to vision, right? So I was I didn't care. I wanted to win by all means necessary.
Oh, you want to know by any means necessary, huh?
So what I used to do when the Dragon Rush started, right? I used to look at his hand.
So he y'all can't trust him out here. He admitting to cheating now.
So I would look at his hand, like, oh, he pressed circle. Let me go ahead and press square. He pressed triangle. Oh, let me press X. So you got to guess the button what the person going to hit. I used to hit him with the finish move every time, right? And he's like, how the hell keep beating me?
Hey, I don't know this man no more. I didn't know he was out here like that, y'all.
And then at a point in time, he figured it out. Like, he started having his hand like, all right, no, but he used to get mad at me because I had like a meta character, and my meta character was Goten, right? The reason why he had a Goten because I used to transform into Gotenks, and Gotenks had a special, right? He used to do a flip and then headbutt you. So now, Budokai 3, you jump left to right to dodge moves.
Yeah.
The flip was like a pump fake. And then it's very difficult to dodge it because you can't block it if I charge it up. And I used to hit him with that move every time. He was just like, man, you just be cheating. It doesn't even matter at this point. But we have plenty of moments. We're going to go ahead and close this out. This is a really good episode. We just want to play our homage to one of the ghosts. And I know everyone else did. So we wanted to do the same thing, pay our respects.
Definitely. Well, you guys definitely let us know in the comments. I need y'all to sound off for this one.
And before we close this one out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, we
are
Evil
Slice, and we are out.